Thanks, Darren. Well, I think you'd both agree with me that the Final Fantasy series has some of the best music ever in video games.
Absolutely, Hex, and that's why I'm so excited for Theatrhythm Final Fantasy, which celebrates some of the best music from the series.
In Theatrhythm, the gods Cosmos and Chaos rule over all creation. Then a music crystal was born. But chaotic forces have disrupted the harmony, and the only thing that can restore the radiance to the crystal is rhythmia.
Crystals are weird, Hex.
Yeah, it's not exactly the most compelling story, and to be honest, I'm not entirely sure why the developers felt it necessary to include a story at all in this.
Well, that's because in the Final Fantasy universe, crystals and chaos and saving the world all combined is pretty normal. I actually like that they at least tried to put some sort of story in it. Gameplay isn't vastly different from other rhythm games like Rhythm Thief or even Guitar Hero. You tap, hold and slide the stylus on the touchscreen to victory, and if you miss too many times, then it's game over.
There are 3 types of musical scores. Battle music, which is fast-paced with 4 lines of triggers for each of your 4 characters. Field music, scores which are more relaxed and have hold triggers that require you to move the stylus up and down on the screen. And event music scores, which are the slow, big ballads that show clips of gameplay or cutscenes.
The music in Final Fantasy was so wonderful that it means a lot to a lot of people. So if you're a fan of the series, hearing these theme songs again is going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm not really a Final Fantasy veteran though, so to be honest, I found a few of these songs a little bit boring. Plus, some of the earlier Final Fantasy titles were made in the 8-bit music days, so it was a bit weird playing a rhythm game to those. Badge, how did you find the difficulty?
Pretty easy, Hex, especially in those event scores. The battle ones were a bit trickier, but even under ultimate difficulty, I didn't struggle that much.
The game also includes RPG elements like stats, hit points, abilities and items, but I found these to be unnecessary additions. They don't affect your end score, they simply help you get more items.
I rarely went back and even checked what abilities and items my characters had. There are just too many elements here. How well you do in a musical score, what ranking you get, your total critical, how much experience your characters earn, leveling up, learning new abilities, how much rhythmia you get. Just let me get back to the action.
Yeah, I think I would have enjoyed this a lot more if there was just more music in there and it let you choose the harder difficulty straight away. I mean, this is Final Fantasy, there's so many great tunes.
That may be because they are selling extra tracks as downloadable content. This is the first game for the 3DS to feature paid DLC. Each track can be played in the challenge mode and comes with all 3 difficulties, but you can't preview the song before you purchase it. Outrageous!
That is outrageous, Darren. You should be able to at least hear the start of a song before you have to buy it. You agree, Hex? Yeah.
I really did like how the game encourages you to beat yourself. You're presented with your total critical, which accumulates with each try, so you end up trying to critical those sections that you struggle more in. Plus, the chibi characters are quite adorable.
There are also Dark Notes, which are boss fights that you can play with up to 3 friends locally, and these feature some tracks that can't be found elsewhere, which was nice. You can also set up a profile to Street Pass, where you can swap Dark Notes.
Yeah, I don't know how useful that's going to be though. I mean, I hardly get any Street Passes as it is, let alone from people actually playing this game, but I guess it's a cool feature. Final fantastical thoughts, Barger?
Well, I think the game is a bit bloated. If they just stuck to the core of it, the music, then it would have been a much better game. You know, and I love the music, so I'm giving it 7 out of 10.
Well, I get that this is about celebrating the joy of Final Fantasy music, but I personally just don't have that emotional attachment to it, so I'm giving it 6 out of 10 rubber chickens.